Hey everybody, this is Lost Context of Lost Context Plays. Decided to start a little series here on going through Final Fantasy 1. This is my first series that I've decided to record, but I've been playing Final Fantasy games for years and years and years. I actually, on a fairly regular basis, like to go through and play through all of them in a given year, and given everything that's going on right now with the world and quarantine and all that kind of fun stuff, it would be a nice opportunity to revisit that and go ahead and play through Final Fantasy 1. So we'll start here. I'm going to mix this up a little bit and go with my monk. Just, it's cheaper in terms of attack. I don't have to buy them the weapons and the armor and such. Everything else seems to be good. I like to kind of like auto-name these usually. Yeah, that works. The world lies shrouded in darkness. The winds die. The seas rage. The earth decays. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. And away we go. The previous versions obviously didn't have that kind of opening little cutscene. You're looking at Final Fantasy 1 back on the original NES in the mid-'80s, so definitely didn't have that kind of opening segment and little detail to go on when we first started playing, but here we are. So we'll go ahead and head into town. And do a little configuration here before I get too far into it. Just a little preference here. Like I said before, you don't really need to give the any armor to the monk. It will be better to not have the armor over time. So better not to waste the money now. He's not too underpowered without anything. And once he starts getting some levels in him, it'll just, kind of disappear anyways. One thing I'm forgetting to go is hit up the magic shops here. Should be good for now. Protect and Blink. Blink is okay. It's better in later fights, but right now I don't really need it. I do like to get Fire, Thunder, and Sleep on my Black Mages, as it just makes things easier to deal with. Alright. As we try to head out of town is when we are blocked by the guards, who realize the king is searching for the prophesized warriors of light. Those crystals! You must see the king at once! Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? Of course, check it out! It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal Bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you not rescue my daughter, Sarah? Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to the north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a sign of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me. Right. Yada yada. Let's go start saving the world. So now I've one more thing before I go. I like to get a sleeping bag, a couple of potions from the item shop, just to be prepared. Get 2 of those, and a sleeping bag, and away we go. Like to level up a little bit on the way there. Level 3 or 4 should be good to get moving through the Chaos Shrine without too many issues. Quick little fight against the goblins here, just kind of knock them down, knock them out of the way, and roll on. Alright, let's go. Hopefully we don't run into any of the really annoying enemies like mad horses or the like. Those can get real messy, especially this early in the game. Actually, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and save it here. Yes, I will overwrite that save, thank you. Played a little bit earlier just to kind of get back in the swing of things. Might be able to do it with level 2, so if I get this levels me up, that'll be nice. It might not. It's a kind of a small number of goblins that I've hit along the way, and no stronger enemies, so experience might be a little bit lacking, but we'll see. There we go. Just speed through all these. So now, as you can see, everyone's up to level 2. And let's just head on in. We can come back out to save after. And there are a couple there are chests in every corner. The 2 in the corners on the right side are locked by the Mystic Key, so I can't really do anything with those yet. I'll just stick to the ones on the left. Oh, I forgot to remove the weapon from the monk. I'll do that next time when I come back out to the menu. Ooh, well, okay then. That complicates things, because I'm now going to have to go back to town and revive him. That's unfortunate. That is the problem with having him not have any gear on, is he is still susceptible to being hit kind of hard. He doesn't have the levels in him to really deal with any of the damage. So when he started getting low, and you don't actually get healed up or replenish your mana when you level up in this game. It's whatever it was with a new maximum. So that's frustrating. It never actually hit to his max, so I went in there under health anyways. But head on back, heal up, and take another stab at it. It does mean that my monk will be behind in levels for a little while, but Alright, so now there's a building up here that is the church. And they will resurrect Arvis, my monk. Aww. Tiny angels, go! And he's back. Okay. Before I leave, I will head back to the inn and rest, heal up the health and mana that I've lost on my first trip, and go from there. Go ahead and resave there. As you can see, Arvis a little bit behind now, but I guess I could have just reloaded the save I made on the trip up, but seemed a waste to lose the experience I managed to get for the others, and Arvis will catch up in time. That's not an issue. And spread out to damage to optimize the chance that I will be able to take him out in one cycle. Assuming everyone hits for 8 or more. And Kokol hits for 7. Okay. Come on, buddy. You can hit for more than that. Again, this time without forgetting. Oh no, they now have 2 levels on him. That's not good. Let's remove that. I'm starting to hit more times, which will be nice. Kind of get more damage out of him as I move forward in the game. Ambushed by a wolf. Well, at least he went after Leo. Leo's got, as you can see, almost double the max HP of anyone else in my party. See, that's what I wanted him to be doing. None of these little staff hits for 12 or 13. Get a couple hits with his fist for 30 damage. Oh, this was not good. I don't like running into the Black Widows this early. Oh, don't worry. Arvis has handled it. 2 levels below everyone else, and he's still putting out that kind of damage. Alright. Oops. We will save it here. And back in we go. So we have one more chest. I want to get the top, I guess it's 2 chests, 1 room, up in the top corner here. Then I will go fight the boss of this area. There we go. So slowly but surely he'll catch up. Ah, the zombie boys. And I could use the Dia spell that I picked up with my white mage, but as you can see, they go down pretty easily. The ghast and the ghouls are the upgraded versions. Those can take a little bit more of a beating, so I might use it on those, but for the zombies, it's not a big deal. Tent is very nice. The tent is what I will go back outside and use now to make sure everyone is topped off as much as I can get them before fighting the boss. Some people like to save them or pick up an extra one in town. It's not a bad place to use it. We'll be going right back to town after this. If we lose whatever we lose in this fight, we'll be able to pick back up. So do one more save here. You'll probably notice I do save more than I should, but that's a force of habit. I just want to make sure I'm in the best position to deal with the threats moving forward. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Who? Who's there? King's lapdogs. Do you know who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. Now you prepare for the best line in this game. I, Garland, will knock you all down. First boss time. I remember playing this when I was much younger, and this was quite a roadblock for me. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if I didn't understand RPGs as well as I do now, or if I just didn't take the time to level, but I had the hardest time getting through him. He's definitely going after the Black Mage because he knows it's going to mess him up with those spells. So we'll toss a Cure on him just to be on the safe side. Oh, and it went off first, which is nice. Oh, it's a good thing too, he does not like the Black Mage. And we'll just want to be safe. Oh, don't need it. And Garland has fallen. And Arvis leveled up and is now back on par with the rest of the party. Huh? You've come to rescue me? I don't know how I can ever thank you. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. It's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please, accompany me to Castle Cornelia. Do not be surprised if the voices I use in this change, because sometimes I don't remember which ones I used. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the Warriors of Light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. Ahem, if I may. When darkness veils the world, 4 Warriors of Light shall come. They cannot gather the shards of light. The darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt as I promised. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. First major quest is done. Now I try to leave and... Wait just a moment! This lute has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you in your journey. The lute is ours. Now, will not come into play for a very long time, but, you know, it's nice to have. Maybe we just want to play a tune on the way. We don't have a bard class, so maybe we just want to do a little bit of musical accompaniment as we play. And then, as we leave the castle, what's going on with the bridge? Orders from His Majesty. We're to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy. And rapid fire bridge design. Go, 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 go. Such a good beat with this bridge making too. What does the bridge have to do with the prophecy? The 4 Warriors of Light are here. They're in Cornelia. Well, for now. That will change very soon. And we'll head north and probably get into a battle before we get to the bridge. As I thought. Just... Oops. Have it on memory, so if I don't remember not to hold down the button, I'll end up casting the spells I used in the Garland fight, which I don't want to do. And now the game officially begins, I guess. The main story begins. And this seems to be a good point to call the first episode. They revisit the prophecy and send the warriors set on their way. Thanks for joining me for the first episode of this. There'll probably be a number more as I work through this game and probably other games as well. Thanks for watching. This is LostContext signing off.